Hello and welcome to lesson 3 on contextualizing. If you're watching this lesson, that means that you've gotten a 2 on contextualizing before or 3, and you want to take it to the next level by looking more closely at your sources. So just as a refresher, remember contextualizing is when you say where and when the source came from, and therefore whether it's primary or secondary. So when do you contextualize? Well, when you're putting your key idea from your writing and then your evidence. Before your evidence, you want to write contextualizing. Where did your evidence come from? So in our example, we've got Ramses the Great deserved to be called great because he built large temples. According to a modern photograph of the Ramseum, a secondary source created by Tour Egypt, that's our contextualizing right there. We said, where's the source from? Then we give our quote. Ramses directed his architects to design and build this temple to commemorate the Battle of Kadesh. Well, how do you bring that up to a 4? You have to give some information about the source's origin. So that could be what type of text is it? It could be where is it from? What do we know about the person who wrote it? What year was it written in? Any of those options, just to add a little bit more detail about that source. So here's our example. Right now we've got our document B, our source information. So of course we're going to figure out that it's an unknown speaker, is created in 1250 BCE, and it's primary. So when we contextualize it, we put it in that sentence with the title of the source, whether it's primary or secondary, and the author's name. So according to anonymous description of the Battle of Kadesh, not document B, anonymous description, which is a primary source by an unknown speaker, comma. Now we got to add one more detail. So it might say, which is a primary source carved by an unknown speaker on the walls of the Abu Simbel temple. So I'm giving one more detail about where does it come from. That little detail is very small. It's about a 3, but it brings you to a 3.5, 7th grade level. Or I could give some more details about the source's origin and how it affects the source. So after I give the quote, I might say, however, since we don't know who the speaker is, we can't trust that this is true. So that's actually using what I know about the source to build into my argument. So now it's your turn. So let's see if you can add one more detail to this contextualizing. So first, you've got your document and your source information. Let's see if you can add one more detail here. So we've got document F and the source information.